Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members of the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe, and today we are flying out the IL-8, the new Illusion aircraft that it's the main prize for aviation on the new Battle Pass, to see how effective this aircraft is. And I gotta say guys, it is a very interesting aircraft. It's very similar to other aircraft. It is pretty much a mix between an IL-10 and an IL-2. But it feels more like an IL-2 at the end of the day. You know, it's a mix between the two, but at the end of the day, it's more like an IL-2, right? It's very, very strong in many things. Especially, guys, the guns. The guns on this thing are amazing. I mean, we already have these guns in other aircraft, but still, look at this. I barely shot him, and the tail was just gone. So yes, the guns are amazing. The turning capability isn't the greatest, the speed isn't the greatest, the acceleration isn't the greatest. It doesn't turn very well, it doesn't do things very well, but it does pack a punch on the ground and in the air. So this is the first match that I was playing with it, and I did some ground battles as well. I will leave one at the end of the video for you guys to see how it is performing on the part of of ground battles. So here we have another PBJ, but yes, he just destroyed himself. I was actually trying to find proper targets to actually destroy them with the bombs, but the problem is that there is too many fighters, and of course, being an attacker aircraft, I'm not really comfortable of going towards 5 fighters and just go straight to them, right? So I'm just trying to maintain my distance and stay alive. But yeah guys, as you see, the speed of the thing is not the greatest as well. I mean, it is a very slow aircraft, but at the end of the day, it was kind of expected. One thing that I really loved about this thing as well is the amount of ammunition that you take. It has 300 rounds with the 23mm, which for Russian guns it's plenty. Normally Russian guns, they do have less ammunition than other countries' guns, but they normally are very big guns that do a lot of damage. And yeah, the 23mm here is the same. It does pack a punch, but also it doesn't have a lot of ammunition, but it is pretty good for a Russian vehicle. And then of course you have the 1500 rounds of the MGs. These are not the most useful thing ever, but they do help a little bit as well. I mean, they are indeed 7.6 shoes. You know, they're not gonna do a lot of damage, but for light targets, and I think you should be focusing on doing this type of gameplay, you know, of just trying to do ground attacking no matter what. It is very useful for light targets. I tried to deploy my bombs there, almost killed me, but still. And yes, how do you play with this thing? Well, I think this is the best way of playing with it. I mean, yes, you can try to hunt down some aircraft, but try to get people that are really just not paying attention too much on everything else. Apart from that, try to just destroy ground targets. After all, you are a premium aircraft, and if you are going to use this thing, you are probably going to be using it for grinding, right? And if you are grinding, make sure to get a lot of points for ground battles, in the normal ground targets, you know. So yeah, the ammunition, especially for the MG, which is not really useful for air-to-air targets, will be really useful here. Apart from that, of course, you don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of speed, you don't have a lot of climb to actually climb and get people that are flying high or anything like that. So I would just avoid doing that. Fly in a defensive way, so fly in a way that you are just picking up targets of opportunity, destroying ground targets, doing your mission. But if somebody tries to attack you, make sure to be ready to deploy your bombs, to just jettison everything and go for the fight. I think this is the best way to fly with this thing, or at least it would be the best way to grind the Russian tech tree with this aircraft. You know, being really effective means just you are alive. So try to be alive, because the more time you are alive, the more time you can actually get ground kills and just overall from time to time an air kill as well, right? So yeah, as you see, I'm just maintaining a good position where there's nobody. If somebody was to be attacking me, I was going to defend myself. So the idea that I went head on with a P61 is kind of like that. The problem is that it is a P61, right? So it has a lot of guns on the nose. But you will see that even though, yes, he killed me, I killed him as well. And you see where the weakness of this aircraft is, on the wings. They're very, very big wings, and they don't have a lot of armor. The armor is on the middle of the fuselage. So just remember that the wings are the part that will make you go down. They're very big, very easy target, and they do tend to just get killed because they don't have, or destroyed, because they don't have a lot of armor. And of course, the aircraft is already heavy enough with the armor that it has in the fuselage. So yeah, it's not even something to complain about. Of course, now we have a ground battle. And this is where I think this thing shines. You can easily get it to respawn with the 500 kilogram bombs and the armored piercing rounds from the 23mm. With that, you can destroy any light vehicle or heavy vehicle in a very, very easy way. If you get used to the bombs and stuff and how to drop them, you can get the lowered, weighted bombs, like the 100 kilos or something. Then you can take more of them and get more kills. But to be honest, it's been a while since I've played with something like this, so I just decided to use the FAB 500, and of course it's a very, very easy bomb to actually use. So as you see, it is a very, very good gun. It is a Sturmovik. It's an Su-25 from the lower tiers, right? So yeah, trying to find another target with the FAB 500 over here. Eventually I will end up get killed by an M42. I ended up cutting it so that the video is not too long. By the end of the day, just be careful with the AA systems, because this is, again, a very, very big aircraft with the big wings, but as you see, it can take a punch. There are some other AA systems that are shooting at me, and I'm still being able to just maintain myself alive. But yeah, guys, a very, very good cast aircraft. Apart from that, I don't know, it's okay, but the main thing about this thing is that it's a good cast aircraft. If you're going to use it as a cast aircraft, if you're going to use it in ground battles, yes, it's amazing. Apart from that, it's more or less okay, just like the IL-2s are. Okay, guys? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments, what do you think about the IL-8? Would you keep it? Would you sell it if you could? I mean, you probably can't, but still, I think you can't. I have to check. Still, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye. See you.